More scammers out there. Are you kidding me? More being put behind bars where they belong. This article, as well as several NFT articles, very interesting, from Disney and from, yes, Dumb and Dumber, Jim Carrey. We're going to go over those NFTs today in OG crypto and NFTs. Welcome everyone, and my name is Troy. Every day, Monday through Friday, we go over the latest in NFTs and digital assets. Before we jump into all these different articles, please hit that subscribe button right below, as well as hit that notification button. Notifies you when we go on and we drop these videos almost every day. Let's jump right into it. This is crypto news, and it says Florida crypto scam trader EmpiresX pleads guilty to defrauding investors of $100 million. Now, guys, it's very, very obvious that you do not go with anybody who says they can guarantee returns. This is what these guys did. They hit guaranteed returns. Well, the first person that's been guilty of this is Joshua Nicholas. He's the one that started this whole thing with EmpiresX. He said that this was all part of Department of Justice that overlooked this and said it was fine, when they were all lies about crypto. Please, anyone out there that's going to hear the word guarantee returns is just not something you want to be involved with. It's usually a scam, and this was called a Ponzi scheme. They guaranteed X amount of money were going to them or going to their investors, you know, on a monthly basis. And yes, if there were other investors that continued to come in and invest into them, that's what kept the fuel going on the guys on top. So yes, they got caught. They are now being fined and jailed. Next article. Who could say who is not Satoshi? Hodlnaut and Wright go to trial to find out. It says Wright is suing the Twitter influencer Hodlnaut over a series of tweets in 2019 in which Hodlnaut called Wright a fraud and a scammer. Well, you know, we really want to know who Satoshi Nakamura is. Now, let's really go back to the only time that we've had a chance to even figure out who this person was. The Homeland Security back in 2018 had said that, and there was a little story on one of the managers there saying that one of her field detectives wanted to go out and meet, Satoshi face to face, and she thought it was, this was just a ghost or not reality. And with that, it looked like he said, what the hell? She approved this little venture, this little trip, and he came back with a report saying there were not only one, there were 3 people that were involved in California that were Satoshi Nakamura. Satoshi, I should say. And not that there were 3 people involved with Bitcoin, the white paper of Bitcoin, the absolute beginning of Bitcoin. That's what came back. So I know now, Wright, this gentleman, Craig Wright, who's been saying this for a while that he's Satoshi, but he hasn't really proved. He's lost, obviously, lawsuit over it, and now more and more he just wants to sue people saying that he is or isn't. Either way, I don't know. I've heard from the Department of Homeland Security, one of their managers, and now we're seeing this on this side. I think it's just a ghost when it's all said and done, at least this particular lawsuit. But it's going to be very interesting if anyone ever investigates or wants to bring out the information of who Satoshi was and who did Homeland Security meet in California back in 2018 that they felt was Satoshi and 2 other people or accomplices. Now, just recently, people have been talking about Ripple's, one of the head of Ripple's development team. He's been with them since day one, David Schwartz, as being somebody involved, but who knows? Nobody's come forward and given out names. And for Satoshi to disappear off the face of the earth in 13 years of time, or 10 years of time, or 8 years of time, just seems like there's a little bit more going on, that conspiracy theory, rolling up in my mind, but I don't want to go there. It's just too much already other junk that's in my mind that I need to sort out. So, all right, let's jump into the NFT world. And with that, the first article is Disney. And I want to bring my producer, Emmy, in. She's all excited about this. Emmy, how you doing?
Hi, Troy. I'm good. How are you?
Good. You're doing fantastic. What nice hat you have on there.
Oh, no. I think my...
Oh, it looks like it's frozen from the last time you wore the hat.
Yeah.
When did you wear the hat? Like hours ago? A couple hours ago. Fantastic. Well, let's go. I'll go read over the headline here. It says Disney's Remembering short film has AR app. Here's how it works. So let's bring her in. Woo! She's a frozen pizza.
I am. I tried to.
There we go.
Yeah, I tried to turn it back on, but it is not working.
A little bit more
Yeah,
here.
there we go. There we go. Hi, guys. Okay, so this is really interesting because Disney Plus users are able to watch this movie. It's called Remembering. Well, it's a short film, technically, starring Brie Larson. And it's really interesting because you can download an app. If you hold a tablet or a phone up to the computer, all the augmented reality stuff will come out of the screen and it'll look like it's in.
So it's like 3D.
It's like
glasses that you have on at the theater.
Yeah, almost. Yeah, it's really interesting because it's like in motion. It's not just 3D. So it'll be like a waterfall. Like see on the screen how the waterfall is like coming out of your TV. It'll be in motion. That's
very interesting.
I think it's really cool.
I mean, it's all like the adoption or development of AR, you know, and just it's going to be a race here because sooner or later, if in the metaverse, we're going to want to really have that almost like that feely, touchy, you know, of reality, you know, with them, and that's what's going to actually suck them into virtual reality, AR, and VR.
Yeah, I think Disney's really interesting on how they are trying to jump into Web3 and the metaverse. A while ago, we spoke on some of the Marvel stuff, the Marvel comics that you could buy as an NFT. So I think that this is them just really diving into the space and seeing how they can capitalize off it, like the other really big companies, Tiffany, that we reported on making money.
So Emmy's been with me for about, what is it, 2.5 months now?
More than that.
Okay.
Yeah. We're probably coming up on closer to like
4 months, really?
Yeah.
Wow. So I know that and when I had hired her, I didn't hire her with any kind of crypto or real estate experience. And now she's kind of been dabbling in and seeing these articles and gotten a little more excited. And now, you know, I'm bringing her in because she's loving it now. Let me ask you, 4 months ago, did you ever expect any of that?
No, it's really funny because I'll be talking with Ollie or I'll be talking to a friend and I'll stop because I'm like, what is coming out of my mouth and who am I?
Was that a good thing or a bad thing?
It's a good thing. It's in a very positive light. So
okay,
yeah.
Right. So are you enjoying the NFT digital asset space?
Yeah, NFTs and digital assets are way more interesting, intriguing, and the pond is deeper than I ever realized.
Yeah. Well, it's coming, right? So you're learning about it at its very, very beginnings, right?
Yeah.
So these things are just, a lot of it's imagined, and some of it's reality,
some
right?
of it's reality. I guess what I'm trying to say is like the potential depth of the pond of Web3.
Right, it is infinite,
it's infinite,
right?
Yeah.
So it's kind of funny because it's hard for, if I were to say that on day one when I hired her, she just wouldn't get it, or she'd say, that fucking old guy is crazy, right? But you know, allowing you to develop all this, and now I think that there is some personal time that you're kind of getting involved in this and enjoying it as well.
Yeah, if I see different Web3 topics or so-and-so's coming out with an NFT or so-and-so was supposed to come out with an NFT, didn't, and is getting sued, we might.
Wow. Well, we did see that, that movie we went over last Friday, Pulp Fiction, where Tarantino put out some NFTs and it didn't make the studio happy at all, so he sued Tarantino.
Yeah.
And it's kind of crazy. It's like, you know, you're seeing too much money. That's the issue. If you notice that when Coke put out their NFT, and now you're like 6 ETH, if we want to call it, you know, $10,000-$12,000 on the floor, you know, then all of a sudden you see all these other companies put out stuff, and then Nike puts in, and then you have Adidas put out, because they're making $100 to $200 million just on NFT space. And this is just, again, we're at adoption still. We're not even at really acceptance. We're at adoption. Acceptance would be, you know, more than 3% of our of the world even involved in it, and only 20% even heard the word NFT, right? But we're just so early at this, and it's so exciting. So let's jump into the next article, and this is so maybe you could talk about this one. I'm not 100% sure. Balloon Dior.
So we spoke the other week on Japanese government
Got it.
officials NFTs board, right?
Correct.
So this is a very prestigious soccer, right? We call it soccer, but it's football.
Yes.
Football, very prestigious football award. And if you are able to win, like if you're one of the players that is selected to win one of these awards, you also get a
No kidding.
yeah.
Wait a minute. So this guy has like 6 soccer balls in front of him.
He's really famous. I forget his name, but he's incredibly famous in soccer.
Okay.
He was really short. I remember that. He was really tiny.
And you see this live? You see this on TV too?
No, I don't think I did.
Okay, so how do you know he's short?
It was a story. So like when he was a kid, he was really small. He
Oh,
had
I see.
a growth deficiency hormone or something like that.
Okay.
And once he got his I forget if it was pro soccer, but once he got to a certain level in soccer, they got him like medical. He was able to become like a
Wow.
yeah.
Wow. That's awesome. Then now he's in front of six soccer awards.
Yeah.
Wow.
In a suit, getting his NFT money. Good for him.
Good for him. All right. And the last article here, it says NFT artist String Bean unmasked.
Jim Carrey.
Jim Carrey. Are you kidding me? Jim Carrey?
I think it's funny that they put unmasked. Like masked his movie.
Right,
I think that was on purpose.
Okay. Well, I mean, I'm a Dumb and Dumber fan, but I liked Mask myself.
Mask was so good. I remember seeing it as a kid.
Yes. Okay. That's crazy. It just everyone's getting into this, and it's so funny how one of the articles today I also saw was it SoftBank said that they had to take surveys on NFTs and all these people hated them.
Oh yeah, I saw that article
right.
too, yeah.
So, and I'm kind of laughing because it's misunderstood. If you look at the survey, the majority of people who hate them have been burned by it because early adoption, everyone tries to make money on them and it's their rug pulls, stuff like that. And then the gamer generation is so stuck on the games that they're playing in Web 2 that they don't see it. They own nothing. They own nothing and they like it.
Yeah.
Right? Versus you own the character, you own the guns, the weapons, the suits, and then you can interchange them. No, you'd rather have your parents dole the money out. And I think actually with like the impending issues that we're having in the world and the possibility of inflation getting worse, and parents, you start cutting out those things, such as giving your kid money to rent out a gun, right, or whatever, for your game. I think that NFTs are going to be more and more adopted in the next 2 or 3 years in that generation. Because once that generation adopts it, it doesn't matter if the older generation doesn't adopt it. This is just something going forward. One other thing that hasn't really got into adoption, and it's mostly like animal pictures and stuff like that, but it's real usage, such as I always say it: if I bought an appliance, I get a warranty. Well, who the hell has a warranty card? Well, how about if that warranty card was issued to you as an NFT, and then you actually put that NFT in a wallet, and that wallet would hold all your warranty cards, right?
Yeah.
And that would be pretty cool. Or a collectible, right? It has a collectible. We talked about Nike having a chip in their shoes, and then that would coordinate with a NFT that show that you own ownership. It also authenticizes that particular collectible as well. So all the fakes that are out there would then slowly have less and less fakes. You'd be able to figure out what is authentic and what is not authentic. So we haven't seen that. I mean, for real estate usage, I mean, we're talking, there's so much going on.
Insane.
Title, you could do title with it. You could do home warranties. You could do, virtually anything can be done on the blockchain. Now it can be registered on the blockchain as well as it can be as an NFT, and that's your title is your NFT, has your name on it. There's just so much going on right now that is you see this adoption that people are going to accept.
Well, and what's so crazy is we've only scratched the surface of, you know what I mean? And I think as we progress into this Web3 space and start having different people getting the funding to really get their ideas out there, we're going to see people almost like reverse engineering NFTs possibilities. not only impressive, but I think it's going to be a lot of things IRL in the real life and in the real world. And I'm just really curious to see where it's going to go, to be honest.
Yeah, I mean, there's so many creators out there right now. What else can be? I mean, it's almost like you just said about what Web3 was. It's just it's an empty, like a black hole. It just keeps going on. You don't see any limitations in it. It's just there, and it's sooner or later it's going to replace Web 2, which is the internet, right? The internet that we've known for 20 years. It's just going to replace it, and it's going to be a lot more, decentralized as obviously Web 2 is really centralized. So, well, there's 3 o'clock, people. Well, guys, thank you very much for joining us today. Thank you very much, Emmy, for jumping in here. We really appreciate it. We will get back with you tomorrow and give you the headlines, including Emmy mentioning an NFT collection
by a music artist. Grammy-winning music artist,
Woo!
I believe. I'm pretty sure he's a rapper who was supposed to do an NFT collection, backed out, and now he's getting sued.
Bingo! Yeah. Yep, because he's probably going to want to start with somebody else who's going to pay him more money.
Who knows, dude? Who knows?
You guys take care, and we will see you tomorrow.
Thank you.